Mark Watts, Derek Dolgner, Elitefts.com. We're here at the S4 compound, just going to demonstrate 3 different variations with dumbbell presses. The first was going to be an elevator dumbbell press, the one thing we got from Joe Kenn in the past, wrote an article about it, but it's a way to do it either in a mechanical drop set or among a workout. And as the angle of the bench changes and you're at a more mechanical advantage, it basically combats fatigue. So again, when you're at your freshest, you're at the most disadvantageous position. So Derek will start off with just basically a very high incline press, and you can even start all the way up for the shoulders. You can do as many as you want to, and then afterwards, again, just working our way back down. Again, with athletes, one thing you're talking about is probably not doing a full overhand grip, pronated grip. Really trying to get probably an angle, at least about 45, 30 degrees, and then coming up at the top, just for shoulder health, especially when you have overhead athletes. So again, working our way down, and again, as the angle changes, the incline changes, so should the strength curve for your athletes. You could also separate those up by steps. That way you can actually use the same weight as you go through the whole process. So the second one go over is 2 different variations of alternating dumbbell presses. The first is just going to be an alternating dumbbell press, and again, all we're going to do is go ahead one arm at a time. Now this is good if you have athletes and you want to make it a little more difficult without necessarily adding weight. Plus, you get a little bit of a stability component involved when the athlete has to stabilize on the bench. The second variation, one thing we got from West Point, was a duo, just to separate the terminology, a duo dumbbell press, where again, we'll start with both arms up. Now I'll keep one arm up as I press with the other. So again, just pressing one, and that's another way to add an alternative dumbbell press, because again, if you're doing a lot of these, it can get stale if you're prescribing those week in, week out. So it's up to you with load and intensity, but those are just 3 variations maybe try out just to give you a little variety in your program.